name's Comegno, guitar tech for Music Store Live, and today we're looking at vintage Stratocasters. Vintage Strats have become some of the most collectible instruments of our time, simply for the iconic purposes of the people that have played them and the unique sound that they get like no other guitar. We're going to be talking about a 1960 blonde Stratocaster, a 1962 Sunburst, and a 1966 Sunburst. I'm trying to verify how many of the parts have been replaced. The more original a vintage guitar, essentially the more valuable it becomes. So typically what you look for here in a vintage Strat is a neck date. But because this one's from 1960, they didn't have neck dates. Leo Fender took all of his employees' pencils away because they were writing curse words on the bottom of the necks. Supposedly. A few other things we check are the originality of the frets, the condition of the fretboard, the nut, the logo, which is really important. We want to verify that the tuners are original, not reproductions. So right off the bat, I can tell that 3 of these have been replaced. Point is, have they been replaced with authentics or are they repros? I can tell that it's original and that it's not a repro, 1 by the patent number on it, 2 by the height of them, which are both corresponding, and then lastly by the word deluxe. On the repros, the E hangs over the edge. It always gets a little warmer when you're using a drill on a $40,000 guitar. I want to be really careful because those solder joints are very old. So what we're looking at here is for original black Beck Fender pickups. You're also looking for cloth wiring. You're looking for original solder joints. This is the right capacitor. They call it the chiclet capacitor. One of the greatest things about Fender is that they have serial code systems for almost all of their parts. You can also tell what factories they came from, what week of the year they were manufactured in before they went in the guitar. So the 304 is the manufacturer code, and then the next 4 numbers that follow it, 5946, are the year and the week. So this was made in the 46th week of 59. Well, those pots were anyway. So it makes sense that this is a 1960 considering how late in the year that pot dates. In 1962, Fender implemented the neck stamp at the bottom of the neck to date all of their guitars. So this one dates to June 1962. B is the width of the nut, that's not B stock. And 2 is the model, which is Stratocaster. And you can see the Brazilian rosewood in this one. So before 1963, all the Brazilian rosewood boards would have been what they were calling the slab board, and after that they figured out that this wood's kind of expensive if we're going to cut it down and make thinner boards. So that's a big reason right there as to why some of these Strats might be more collectible than others. Another change between 59 and 62 that occurred was the ceramic disc capacitor replaced the white chiclet capacitor. It still has the old spaghetti logo design, but now with new patent numbers below it. You have to do a lot of research, a lot of homework, training your eye to find, irregularities or replaced parts or touched up solder joints. As a collector, it's important to purchase your guitar from somebody that's knowledgeable or somebody that you trust. And it's something we really take pride in here at Music Store Live. So on our 66 Strat, the first thing that's pretty obvious to us is that the headstock has been oversprayed to preserve the original logo, which is now a little bit thicker. Other than that, the finish looks all original, which is nice that they only oversprayed the headstock. It has the thinner rosewood fretboard. It now has the gray back pickups in it. You can also see that the cloth wire has been changed from black and white to yellow and dark blue. This one still has the original 3-way and all the original solder joints in it. Even if some of the parts are a little rusty or a little nicked up here and there, it's still better to have those original parts on it than something new and in better working order as far as a collector is concerned. That's part of the reason why these guitars are so valuable is their original designs are still holding up to this day. It's a real treat and a pleasure to see these kind of guitars come through, because it's the whole history behind everything.